to my latest Trendsim 2017 review. I've done it again, saying latest tonight. Ah well. Ooh. Loud noise. This is another KeithMross scenario on the West Coast Main Line over Shat. Today we are taking a Class 156 from Carlisle to Dumfries. This scenario started just outside Carlisle. I thought I'd do it from the station, only missing the approach to Carlisle, to be fair. So it's meant to be a service from Newcastle to Stranraer, if I remember rightly. It's about 1989, 1990, I think. I should have really read the blurb before I started playing it, but I've just got in from work. I wanted to make sure I could get a video done tonight. So, yes, we're using the Armstrong Powerhouse sound pack. Hopefully. I think we are. And we'll leave here 11:08, and then we're at Annan, and then Dumfries. This is actually a run I did in real life last July. I actually went all the way to Stranraer. But I think actually we changed it called Marnock, I'm sure we did. So maybe I've got that wrong, maybe this isn't meant to be going all the way to Stranraer. Maybe there is, I don't know, if I'm honest with you. I'd be lying if I told you anything different. So, the OV156, one of my favourites. Marker light's already on, headlight is on right, destination lights on, instrument lights on. An RN test. Let's just have a look around. So Carlisle Station. I do like Carlisle Station. We've got a little bit of time to cruise around it. We even went out of here. There's a little square out the front, and there's a little cafe around here, I think it is. We ended up going in there for some tea before we got back on the train. It was quite an adventurous journey, but that is for probably not everybody's ears. I was off to see my aunt lives in Stranraer, and she was having a, oh, that'd be a bit dangerous, wouldn't it? She was having a party, so me and my brother trekked it up there. It was a good laugh, but the journey was adventurous to say the least. A bit adult, so I'm not going to go into it, but it was funny. I just noticed the window stays open on the outside. That's quite cool, I like that. And I love the Sprint livery as well. Right, so we've got the right way. We've got a green. I was already in forward. There isn't actually a destination. The destination blind doesn't have Dumfries or Stranraer or anything on it, so I've just put Sprinter Special, which I really quite liked. Sprinter livery is one of, I'm speaking really, it's up there with one of my favourites. Just that little man on the side, the little running man. It's just very 80s and very cool. Just reminds me of being a kid, I suppose. I think that's sort of 90% of people's model railways are from images and memories from their childhood. And I'd definitely say that the reason I have Sprinters for my model railway is because of that as well. I mean, they were used all over, really. I think apart from the southern region, everywhere's had 156s. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe not Cornwall. I don't think the south has had 156s. So I know they've had them in the north, they've had them in Wales, they've had them in Scotland, Anglia. I don't think they've had them in the south, to be fair, anywhere really in the south. They are cool. So yeah, pretty much like it. For some reason I'm a little bit laggy around here today. It's actually not that bad. What are we at? 27 frames per second. Not too bad, to be fair. So like I was saying, this is another one of the keithmross scenarios. So I have mentioned in the last video one of the scenarios. This is the guy that actually made the West Coast Main Line, Shat, West Coast Main Line North, West Coast Main Line, Western Main Line to Scotland as well. Quite a few. A bit of a hero in my books. Train sim hero. Can't be quite a nice accolade though, train sim hero. That's what Friday promises. Really got to get the AP sound pack for the 86 and 87s. Not sure how much 87s were actually used on freight. I'm sure they have done a bit. I'm sure Freightliners were given. I suppose around this time you'd had a lot of the 90s coming on stream. So therefore there wouldn't have been like the top link logos. The thing I don't really like about this 156 is the windscreen textures. Just seem to sort of dull it down a little bit. It's relatively bright out there. Super sprinter. I'll tell you what I didn't like with the 156s, they didn't have a snow plough on the front. They looked hideous, object deflector snow plough. They ran like that for quite a while. But then they didn't really swiftly, I think, buy them out in the early 90s when they run one, I think, all of these 156 were rally. Current operators at the moment are East Midlands Trains, Bellio, ScotRail, Greater Anglia, all of them. it's pretty much everywhere north of London, really. I know they definitely have been out towards Wales. Depot-wise, the Cornhill Haymarket, Derby Extras Park, Heaton, Inverness, Neville Hill, Newton Heath, and then Norwich Mount Moor, Teesley, together. I like them. Some are a bit boring. Quite a lot of people that find them quite boring. But I like them. Very well built units. You just think in sort of 10 years time when these get really phased out, there is going to be absolute carnage. Private rail, reserved railways will lap these up. Absolutely lap these up. It's going to be weird, isn't it, going to a reserved railway and having something with automatic doors. Automatic doors, should I say. Power doors. I'm just trying to think if there might be 303s that are bonus. Just trying to think if there are any other power block door stock in preservation. I'm sure there must be. 141s. Is there any of them still kicking about? Unfortunately, I think there probably is. I think actually a railway that's not too far from me in Essex has got one of those. Clone Valley Railway. I've never actually been myself. Just saw the other side of Haverhill. It's not too far from me at all. I should really go and have a look at it. There's something really bonky going on with my asset folder. Really bonky. I'm off to Centre Parks this weekend. When I'm back, I've got back on the Monday. I don't think I'm back to work till the Thursday, the first shift back. So I might do a bit of a uninstall and reinstall of everything. Which, as much as that fills me with dread, I think is necessary now. Still can't get the Great Western Main Lines, the Great Western Railway Class 43, the HST set to come up either, so I haven't been doing any of the Welsh coastal route because of that, so I haven't been driving the one. Well, I have been driving the 175, just not making videos of it, just because the route doesn't look right without it plodding about. Gretna? I don't know if there is a station at Gretna. No idea. Yeah, something now, nice one. So after the last video, I've had very little time to actually check comments and stuff, so I'm actually going to do a bit while I'm doing this video. Is that another missing bridge texture there? It is. Why that is then? That's a bit annoying, sorry guys. So Kevin Duval's commented on the last video about it being like Riverside BBE. Request a scenario. Cool, we'll take a look into that. This is the 37 of Mark II standards from Preston to Heysham. Return. We'll run around Heysham. Cool. I'll have a look at that. I'll tell you what I really like about the comments on YouTube is that when I first started, because I didn't have many subscribers or any of you really watching the videos, so I did get a few views, but every time there was a comment, it was on the couple of videos I had up. Now I've got quite a few. It just sort of pops up when I get the notification on my phone. There's a comment, so and so has commented such and such on the platform there. It doesn't tell me what video it is until I go into it. So sometimes somebody's commenting on a video I did like months and months ago, and I'm like, that isn't on that. So I have to really go into it and look. But I've been a bit rubbish at replying to comments just because I've been really busy, and I know it only takes 10 minutes to sit down and do it. But I promise you guys I will get that done ASAP. There's a lot of people asking me about specs to run train sim. The long and short of it is there is no perfect spec. I know that sounds like a cop-out, but it is. I've heard people with quite low-end machines run things really well, and I've seen people with super-duper Uber rigs, and it still doesn't run very well. My basics for getting train sim to run really nicely is a half-decent processor. It's a must. Train sim, legacy train sim, so this train sim is very CPU intensive. It doesn't do multi-core stuff that well, but it does a bit, but not brilliantly. RAM-wise, it can only realistically, because it's a 32-bit program, only use 2.3 gig of RAM. So it's kind of academic how much RAM you have over that. But of course, you'd have to run your operating system and all the bits in the background. So yeah, 4 gig at minimum sort of thing. 8 to be happy with. Graphics card wise, the better, the bigger the better basically, the newer the faster the better. I don't really ever see the point in scrimping too much on a graphics card. I got the 970 just because I couldn't afford the 980. I wasn't sort of scrimping and saving. I got the best 970 I could afford. But the 980 just wasn't quite at my price point. It wouldn't have been worth my while to save up for the 980 at the time. 970 does what it needed to do. Nowadays you've got like 1050, 1060, 1070, 1080. Any one of those is going to do well. My biggest thing, the biggest difference I've noticed with train sim for smoothness, not necessarily higher frames, but just smoothness of gameplays with an SSD. I can't recommend it enough. It just cuts that stutter down so much. So I'm doing 80, Jesus. God, I'm slap my wrist. Too much yakking. The reason that is because 1567 times P75. As with all sprinters, apart from 158. And yeah, after that it's really just about playing about with what works for you. Things that I say are kind of a must are having your scenery slider as up as high as you can possibly get it to go without causing any damage. What else would I say? Yeah, it's worth having the scenery sliders up max just because you get everything that's in the room. I'd even cut down on draw distance and things like that. Shadows, if you're playing the cab a lot like me, then shadows aren't a huge thing. You don't massively see them. It's nice to see them coming in the cab and stuff. It does give that bit more immersion. But if it means you get a bit smooth gameplay by not having them, I think they are something you can sort of worry about. TSX. TSX was brought in Train Sim 2014, 2013. Can't remember. But that basically gave you the option for the dynamic lighting and stuff, so slightly posher lights, right on the ground, that sort of thing. And the rain effects on the windscreen. When I was playing this on my laptop back in the day, when TSX first came out, I couldn't run it with it, and I was so used to not having it in the first place, it didn't really bother me. But now having it and playing with it, could I go back? No, I think I would have to have it. It is lovely. It's not amazing, but it's worth having. The rain effects are pretty cool. Interesting, really. So it's definitely worth having that on. Is there still that sound one effect? That does contain a little bit more your RAM, but yeah, I think it's worth having on as well, really, especially if you've got any Armstrong Powerhouse sound packs. And I can't stress to you how important, to me, sound packs are. I think they do really make or break some DLCs. When this came out, I can't really remember what this was like before it, if I'm honest. But some are truly awful without it. I mean, like you would have seen it with my 325 pack, that track joint sound and the track running sounds are awful. Really, really awful. I've got in here a bit early just because I was doing 80 most of the way when I should have been doing 75. So we will have a little bit of a wait here at Hannon. Now, I've done another scenario with these in there. Sea lions, I was calling them sea cows. There are sea cows as well. I can't remember what DLC they come with. I think these might come. They might come with this one, the West Coast Main Line over Shat. I'm not sure. Annan. So here's a town I haven't been to in 20 odd years. I've been through it on the train, but I haven't actually been into Annan. I did have an uncle who used to live in Annan. We are actually heading, our final destination to Dumfries was where I lived for a couple of years before we moved to Cambridge when I was very little. A place I still have very fond memories of. I don't get to go back so much because it's actually my uncle that lived in Annan now lives in Dumfries, so but when I see them they're usually up in Glasgow anyway. Sounds weird, but just sort of stand at this sort of level and almost smell it with those sounds. I always find 156s have quite an odd smell. It's like a sweet, a bit like the vestibules on Mark 3s. It's that sort of sweet, diesely smell. And Sprinters, for some reason, 156, every one I've ever been on, whether it is 30 degrees outside or -3 degrees outside, they're always bloody roasting. I don't think I've ever been cold on a 156. They don't have aircon, they've got hopper windows. Yeah, every time I've been in one, they've been Scotcho. So you've got the metro. See, now this is a bit of railway on. I don't have much railway on it, but see if I had the chance to get one of these. I would love that. Just the metro cable like that, so it sticks in my head. There's a Mark 4s have it as well. I do like them. There's quite a lot of trains in this sort of era had the thresholds and the doors with the maker's name in them. 365s have something on them as well, but I'm just trying to think what it is. I think it might just be a maker's plate or something in it, like a logo in it. I think it's got the ABB logo in it. Or the Adtrans, ABB, I think it was ABB with it. So they're going to be bits of railway armour that I'd like. I've actually recently liked a railway armour Facebook group, and I've been seeing some really cool things going on. There's a couple of Rail Express Systems plaques that basically say this component belongs to Rail Express Systems, or this piece of equipment belongs to Rail Express Systems. And my computer is, my actual case is sort of what I would call res red. So I'm bidding on a couple of those on eBay at the moment. Don't go out bidding now, I said that though. So I'm hoping to get one of those, and I'll stick a picture up or whatever if I can, if I work out to put a picture in. I'm also looking at a new headset which should hopefully improve my mic quality. I'm just trying to think if there's any other newsy bits. There's also a really nice Hornby 90, which sounds, sounds bad. That I was very tempted to buy the other day, but I'm completely brassing with this holiday coming up. Well, after this year of being skinned, I've managed to scam a few holidays. I was at the States then in October. That was actually paid for by my dearest friend and his mother and father. This Centre Parks trip was something me and the wife bought the kids as sort of Christmas present back in like springtime. They don't know they're going yet, and then I'm off to Cornwall at the end of February, which we don't pay for anyway. So as much as we're getting away a bit, it's not because of funds. I'll tell you that for nothing. I'm hoping this week though, this month, to break my £100 made on YouTube from AdSense. Be able to plough that back into a new SSD drive, and just a few bits of DLC, depending on how we are, new headset and DLC. Depends on what the price of bits are at the time, really. DLC wise, what am I looking at next? I'm really not sure. I have not decided at all. With all the sales being on and stuff, there was a lot I was tempted with and just didn't have the funds to do, or had to blow a lot of it on some other bits and pieces, so didn't really get a chance to buy it. I was chinned that I didn't get enough of the Armstrong Powerhouse sound packs because at $2.99 each, they were ridiculous value. And like I said before, with Tracy World round the corner, I'm not expecting to be switching over to Tracy World anytime soon, really. So we'll have the legacy Train Sim, I think as they're calling it, or Train Sim 17 for the foreseeable future, really. When it comes out, we'll get it, and we'll do a couple of videos on it, just to see what it's like and have a play with and things like that. Until there's some good UK routes and stuff, I'm not going to be doing a video on it every week or whatever. I'm really hoping in sitting in a house or an office somewhere, somebody currently is adding bits into a UK route that will come out very shortly after Train Sim World's launched. Even with them, I know they've said it's not just going to be CSX anymore, but I would think they will have a DLC pretty quickly out afterwards. I think most of the feedback I've seen has basically stayed as, yeah, this looks really good, but there's no UK or German or anything like that. I've also just seen, while having a quick flick on Facebook, just had a Facebook notification of, this is supposed to go down to that 39 minutes ago Armstrong Powerhouse posted a video of the Class 43 with the MTU Level 3 enhancement plan. I'm very much looking forward to this. This is only going to show us the livery that's with it, which I enjoy. It's the East Coast livery. It's the old National Express one. I like the grey power cars and the silver ones with white banded Mark 3s. White middle Mark 3s. I'm just desperate to see what's in the cab of it and what they've added. You know what, I'm really hoping it doesn't come out this week. Sorry to all those guys that are looking at it. I'll be in centre parks with very limited internet connection and no computer. Sorry this video hasn't been much about the trains itself. I will be doing another video straight after this one that will be more focused on the train. Not sure what to do yet. I'm going to go and have a little prowl in the workshop and see what's there. You know, I keep doing that with the brake and I've worked out what it is. If you watch my previous videos, there was one I did it ridiculous amount of time. I've actually slightly changed the positioning of my keyboard. You can sort of see, describe myself to you really. It's a laser boy recliner with two IKEA cupboard doors, like kitchen cupboard doors that I found in their scraps. Bolt together in an L shape, and my keyboard is on my left hand side, so my left hand does the keyboard, my right is like by the mouse on my iPad. And I slightly repositioned my keyboard to where it felt a little bit more comfortable after doing some long videos a couple of weeks ago, getting used to it. But I've realised it's just my fingers keep thinking that the keys will go away. So it's slightly moved, and I mean like literally just slightly. It's enough to throw me a bit. There's been a couple of videos where I've been pressing L to reduce it. So we've had cab lights going on and off. Unless it's the destination actually. Well, they went lights up here, so you'll know visually as well as on the switch. Three tones on the horn. That's something I used to hear all the time as a kid. No, I very rarely hear it. Well, around our way, not a lot of the time. It's just a bit of a. That's if you're lucky. Most of the time, it literally is just a single high tone. And the two-tone system is designed originally, I think, to differentiate it between car horns. As far as I'm aware, car horns haven't changed, so I'd still like to hear them two-tone. Another thing that's recently changed in the British Rail legislation, British Railways legislation, is the yellow fronts. So is it the new Crossrail trains? That's not the 700s, are they? Probably they are, but they actually got completely black front, no yellow on them whatsoever. Which is quite upsetting to me. British trains have yellow fronts. I think trains that don't have yellow fronts look odd. Literally, it just weirds me out for some reason. I don't really like it. So I'm really gutted. I mean, some of the other stock, newer stock that's come out after them, still got it. So the 385s, they've got the yellow front still. Minimal under the windows, but it's there. I don't think there's actually been anything after that. It'll be interesting to see what the Stadler stuff that's been made for Abellio comes out with livery-wise. The next video I'm going to do basically is not going to be a DMU. Or is it? I don't know. I've got the updated HD cam textures for the 170, and I keep wanting to do a video on it, but the sounds do well in a bit. This is Dumfries. About the 2 or 3 car stop. Pretty much bang on time. Alright then guys, thank you ever so much for watching again. I hope to get another video up for you ASAP, and there will be more. I'll do a few, there's some going up over the weekend as well, just 'cause I won't be around this weekend. As always, feel free to comment, like, subscribe. Sharing the video also helps. So thank you very much, and see you again soon.